Welcome to the Clarity Nest. Let's begin with a different story today. The day began like any other. No announcements, no miracles, no sudden joy. The sun crept in softly, spilling light across the unmade bed, the coffee machine gurgling in the background. He moved slowly, a little stiff, a little absent-minded, noticing the stain on his shirt that hadn't been there yesterday. He checked his phone out of habit, hoping for a message, a reminder, a hint that life was waiting for him somewhere. Nothing. Just an empty screen, notifications muted, and the quiet insistence that this day would unfold quietly, like all the others, the kind of morning people forget as soon as it passes. Outside, the world continued its usual performance. Cars hummed along the streets, people shuffled to work, voices talking about nothing and everything all at once. No one noticed him, and he didn't expect them to. The ordinary rhythm of the morning carried on. Nothing seemed to ask for attention. Nothing seemed to matter in the grand sense. And yet the subtle pulse of life went on, steady and relentless. He spilled a little coffee on his shirt again, sighed quietly, and thought about how embarrassing it was, though no one else would ever know. Tiny mistakes, stacked quietly mismatched socks, keys lost under a pile of mail, a pen that refused to write. Just one of life's tiny inconveniences, each too small to matter, yet somehow heavy enough to make him feel like the world was subtly reminding him of his human limits. He checked his phone again, hoping for something inspiring, something that would snap him out of the ordinary. The notifications were generic, mundane, or non-existent. Life clearly had jokes, just not punchlines. He smiled at the irony, realizing that sometimes humor exists quietly in the fact that nothing is happening at all. The small, unnoticed moments of absurdity were enough to make him laugh softly to himself. As he walked to work, he held the door open for a stranger, smiled at a child chasing a dog, nodded to a street vendor arranging fruits. No applause followed. Nobody seemed to notice. And yet, these little acts of kindness felt quietly significant, like invisible threads connecting him to life without any fanfare. He realized that meaning often hides in moments too small to announce themselves. By afternoon, he noticed the gentle rhythm of the day. A breeze lifting the leaves, a bird landing briefly on a windowsill, the sun shifting across the rooftops. Nothing remarkable had happened, and yet the day felt full. He sat on a park bench, watching the world, and felt the simple weight of presence. The ordinary was quietly extraordinary when noticed carefully. He understood something subtle, but important. Life doesn't announce itself with fireworks. Most days are unremarkable. Most moments pass unnoticed. Yet these same moments are quietly shaping who we are, teaching us patience, resilience, and attention. Happiness, he realized, is often found not in what happens, but in noticing that things are happening at all. Evening arrived without ceremony. The lights in the windows turned on one by one. He returned home, made tea, watched the quiet city outside. No achievements to display, no dramatic events to report. The day had been perfectly ordinary, and that in itself felt like a gift. The small rhythms of living, breathing, walking, noticing were enough. It wasn't a bad day. It wasn't a wasted day. It was simply human. Life doesn't demand drama to matter. Ordinary days carry meaning if we slow down enough to see it. He smiled quietly to himself, feeling that gentle satisfaction that comes from simply being alive, noticing life passing gently in its own time. And maybe that's the secret. Life isn't always extraordinary. But ordinary moments, unnoticed, unspectacular, small, are the ones quietly shaping us. All we have to do is slow down, breathe, and listen to ourselves. That's the end. Thanks for your love and time. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment if you love this story.